Hey guys, I'm Robin. Welcome back to Enjoying School at Home. I have 5 kids, ages 6 and under, and we have finished our school year. So my kindergartner has graduated from kindergartner, my first grade's moving on to 2nd grade, and my 3-year-old is entering pre-K 3. But to end out our school year, I wanted to jump on and share some stories or bloopers, things that happened to me throughout the year, and to also be very transparent that things do not always go as planned. While I strive to follow a beautiful schedule, to incorporate circle time and prayer and wonderful time at the table and learning moments with my children, I do still have things that go awry and definitely happened that was not in my plans. Okay, so I haven't seen it all, but I've seen quite a bit, and feel like I'm just getting started because my oldest is still only 6, so I've got a ways to go with 1 girl and 4 boys. Some things that I've had are the crawling baby that likes to eat the dog food, that toddlers that get into chapstick and try to eat chapstick, and then eating markers, trying to eat markers. I mean, we've had all the things, right? I've also looked out before into the playground and seen the Little Red Ryder tricycle being pushed / ridden up. It was a team effort with my boys, but going up the yellow slide. So a little concerning there about what their plan was. But thankfully I caught that one, put a stop to that one. And toilet flushes. There's no telling what all has been flushed down my toilet that shouldn't have been, but there's definitely a variety of items that have made it down there. So today I'd love to share with you some of our bloopers and stories. Let me start by sharing the things that I end up saying throughout my day, every day or all day long. What is that sound? What is that sound? Do you hear that? I hear water. There's water running. Why is there water running? Think it through, please. Think it through. Why? But why? But why is this happening? Wait, what? What is happening right now? And my personal favorite, I don't understand. I don't understand. But I don't understand what you don't understand. I don't understand. Okay guys, we'll start off with some fun pictures. Here's one of my favorites, a baby in a basket. My daughter came in and was complaining about how her little brother was getting into her toys and wouldn't leave her alone. And I said, okay. And I went in there and I said, well, I don't see him in here. And she goes, oh, I know, I put him in the basket. Put him in the basket? Here's the same baby in a box, and we actually got to where I would repurpose diaper boxes, stick them in there with some crayons. Otherwise, I would find coloring on my windowsills, coloring on my baseboards, coloring on my tables, I would find color, and I strive to keep the colors mostly put away and out of reach of 2-year-old hands. In addition to the coloring stories, I've also recently had highlighter all over my living room walls and pink nail polish, courtesy of my 3-year-old boy, all over my daughter's room. From her closet door, her windowsills, her bathroom counter, pink nail polish all over everything. Now we did have some consequences in that story because my daughter knew that it was supposed to be put away and it was not. And thankfully it was kid-friendly nail polish, so it wiped right off. So when spring hit, y'all, I was excited to let them go outside and we were gonna paint. We were having a relaxing afternoon. School had been done for the week. My daughter asked to listen to her audiobook, which is Anne of Green Gables right now. And I thought, this is great. It's gonna be beautiful. Sure, hun. We set up paint. I got the coloring pages for my 5-year-old and my 6-year-old, and they were listening to their audiobook. I had the window open, so they were just on the porch and I could hear what was going on and still conversate with them if they needed anything from me. And I looked up and this is what I saw. So the little boys had made it out there and they had taken painting to a whole new level and had painted on the back porch, on the walls on the back porch outside, and their faces and each other. So my boys, obviously the tricycle up the slide, they can get into a lot of trouble. One of my favorites is when I caught my 1-year-old riding tailgate on the back of the coupe car. My 3-year-old is my true middle child, and he can be very challenging and is growing me in ways as a mom that is good for me to grow in as far as patience and forgiveness and understanding. So I will put him in timeout, and he's the kid that will well, fine, then I'm gonna do this. He's that kid. Put him in timeout, and I thought, all right, he's gonna learn. You know, this is not okay. I didn't even remember anymore what he was in timeout for. But I remember walking back into the room after the 2-minute timer went off and check on him, to have the conversation and let him back out of the room, and he was covered in diaper cream. So in that case, yep, you got me, bud. You got me. Mom put you in timeout and you covered yourself in diaper cream. Awesome. So for about 2 weeks, we had a bathroom in our house that we could not use, courtesy of my 2-year-old and 3-year-old little boys. I love it when my older kids are off working on their own things, or maybe they're out of the house for the day, and my little boys are playing together, and I can enjoying listening to them play as they're driving Hot Wheels cars and just piddling around in their room. And this was one of those days they were playing really well together. I'm folding laundry in the living room, and I hear them just cracking up and laughing in the other room. And of course, me, you know, warm fuzzies as a mom. Oh, I love listening to them laugh. You know, so much of my warm fuzzies when I sent them outside to paint on the porch, and that didn't turn out well. And they're just cracking up laughing, and I hear this laughing, and then finally I thought I hear, did the toilet just flush? I'm up immediately, back in the Jack and Jill bathroom, back in the back by the kids' bedrooms, and sure enough, what's going on? What is happening, right? What is happening? Hot Wheels cars and foam bath letters down the toilet. Yeah. Thankfully, Dad came to the rescue on that one. He had to go to Lowe's, get some equipment, and we have a toilet that works in our house now. And then 2 weeks after that, as we are potty training, my 2-year-old runs out and says, Mom, I went TT in the potty. Great, bud, awesome. Where's your shorts? They're in the potty. I'm sorry, what? They're in the potty. Your shorts are in the potty. And so I go back there, I'm walking back to the bathroom as I'm having this conversation, and I'm expecting to find a pair of black athletic shorts floating in the water in one of the kids' toilets. There's no shorts in the toilet, but where are your shorts? In the potty. Did you flush them? Uh-huh, yeah, I did. Oh, all right, awesome. Potty training is going great. The most recent story that's happened in our house, not the biggest story, I'll save that one for the end, but the most recent story was me and my 6-year-old and 5-year-old are doing math at the table. We're going through our regular math lessons this spring. And my little boys, again, they're a duo. They were playing in the playroom and throughout the house, and I had forgotten to lock the master area, which is something we typically do, is we lock the master area, and that's on me. And out walks my 2-year-old, very beautiful, covered in my black mascara. And I mean, it was on his hair, his hands, it was even like in his mouth. Like, I don't know if we were applying lipstick or what was happening there, but there was black mascara everywhere. And of course, that's not something that you can just wash off with a soapy rag. So that was a lot of fun too. The other part of that black mascara story is that while my 3-year-old did not have it all over his face, his hands were covered in the black mascara. And so he actually was definitely a guilty part in that, as far as he was helping to paint the mascara on his 2-year-old brother. With the black mascara, I didn't know what to do, so I just picked him up and carried him to my bathroom and stuck him in my bathtub because I didn't want it to get on everything throughout the house. And so he stayed in my bathtub while I hollered for help, and again, in walks Dad, the knight in shining armor, to help fix everything, to help make everything better, and to help clean it all up. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why don't you baby-proof your house or do these things? We had our house professionally baby-proofed. We had a baby-proofing handyman company come out and do all of our cabinets. Every cabinet in our house is baby proofed. Every piece of furniture in our house that can be tethered to the wall is tethered to the wall. We have put a lock on our pantry. We put a lock on our laundry room door. For obvious reasons on the pantry, I thought we'll just keep stuff on the high shelves and it will be fine. Oh No. They will push chairs over to the pantry to climb the shelves. And so we have a lock on the pantry. We have a lock on the laundry room because my laundry machine kept getting stopped in the middle of cycles because it's a touch power stop, and they would just touch, and they thought it was funny to turn my washing machine off mid-cycle. We have locks on the master area. We have the sinks in the kids' bathroom turned off so that they don't have free access to play in the water, like I'd mentioned earlier. We have a lock on the hose bib outside. Like, I have done everything I can possibly do to keep these little kids in more constructive play areas and out of the places that they shouldn't be in. So for my last story, my big shebang my big oops that happened this year, I do want you to know ahead of time, nobody was hurt. There wasn't a scratch on any one of my children. So it was a beautiful fall day. I was in the mood to decorate for fall. I was so excited that we're moving on with our year, with getting back into the groove, getting back into school. And my children were pretend playing in another room. And you can see here I was getting ready for all things fall. Our Thanksgiving tree, blankets and pillows and pumpkin candles, all the things. And I hear this loud breaking sound coming from the master area. Now, I do have some potted plants, some vases, and I thought one of the plant vases around my bathtub must have broken. And I immediately start running towards my bathroom area because that's the only thing breakable that I could really come up with that would make that sort of crashing sound. Now, my husband was working from home. He heard this sound as well, and he came downstairs. He met me at the entrance to our master area, to our master bedroom, and we start walking in. And I see this chunk of glass that was in the threshold, the doorway between the bathroom and the bedroom, the master bathroom and the master bedroom. And I immediately just freeze. And I yell out to the kids, where are you? What's going on? Where are you? Because I didn't want them to try to run through any kind of glass. And they had all gone into a small corner of the bathroom where it was safe and there was no glass. And I rounded the corner to find my frameless glass shower completely shattered. Now, it was one of those things that it was so unbelievable that we were not mad, we were not angry. The important thing was checking to make sure our kids were okay and nobody was bleeding. And so that safety glass really did what it was supposed to do. It did not, explode into shards. It just sort of crumbled into chunks, which is what safety glass, I'm told later, is supposed to do. Yeah, and we said, well, how did this happen? And apparently my 3-year-old had opened the shower door for something. He was pretend playing and then closed the shower door really hard, and it just caused the whole panel to shatter. So during my last pregnancy, I went without a shower for 4 months while the shower glassman came and fixed it. I'm also really grateful that the people that fixed it, the company fixed it, were awesome. They were very helpful, and they assured me over and over. These 2 gentlemen were standing there looking at what happened and said, we hit this glass with hammers, and it does not do this. We purposely tried to go out and break them, and it does not do this. And so, and they assured me, it had to have been wrong to start with. There's just no way this 2-year-old at the time, he's my now 3-year-old, but that a 2.5-year-old at the time could have done this. This is just, it had to be installed wrong. So I was grateful to these guys. They did try to help me, make me feel a little bit better as a mom, that maybe it's not all my kids' fault, but yeah. Y'all, my point in sharing all of these stories and happenings and goings on in my home as I'm trying to do school at home and help raise and nurture 5 little kids is that, 1, transparency. Not everything is beautiful in my home. We have things that happen that go awry, and that's okay. And 2, to encourage you that while every day it may not be beautiful, that there are beautiful moments to be had in every day. As we have uphill days, as we have challenging relationships and struggles with our kids, that there are still beautiful moments to be had. So while I am striving to learn and grow and reflect on my relationship with my kids, on education and doing school at home, that it is worth it. It is worth it to still strive to have these beautiful moments. And I feel like the more that I grow, and as long as I continue to keep trying, then I'm more likely to have those special times with my kids. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more Enjoying School at Home.